Welcome to another What Is It Wednesday video, where today we're checking out something that was exposed and revealed due to ongoing construction that's located right down there. Just to give you an idea as to where I am, I'm currently standing between the Interstate 380 bridges. The bridges are over there to my left. The new bridge going off towards Mount Cobb is over there to my right. I'm kind of in between them right now. This is a massive bridge reconstruction project that's been ongoing for a few years. And in order to do that project and to gain access to the areas, they had to come down here, alter, revamp, clear out a lot of the areas, including this right here. This is an old road, complete with old macadam. Up until that project started, this was never open and exposed. It was fully reclaimed by nature. You weren't able to get back here with any type of vehicle. Well, they cleared it out and they exposed a few things. They may be things that are connected to something I explored back in this area, probably going on 5, 6, 7 years ago, which I will tell you about. But they're down here in the woods, so we need to get down there to check them out. If you want to see what construction revealed, well, all you need to do is come along with me for my latest What Is It Wednesday video. So the first signs are right here along the edge of the road. Looks like an old retention wall. But if you look over here, there's steps. Where do they go? Well, of course they go up, and they lead to something else, which is catching my attention up there in the background. We're gonna head up there in just a moment. There's also one or two things further down here along the right-hand side, along this road, that have been exposed as well. Now, before I do tell you some details about what used to exist in this area, let's head up the steps and see what it brings us to. So we got three right here. It plateaus. You see lining there for like a sidewalk. This is, I guess, collapsed in or just falling apart. Then we have another set of steps here, complete with good coating of moss, better known as nature's carpet to me. Another plateau. Another set of steps. Also looks like maybe some limestone lining next to it as well. Some nice material, looks like it is maybe cut. And once we arrive up top, we are greeted with the ruins of a structure. It looks fairly old. There's a few different construction elements. I see stone, possibly cinder block, some concrete or mortar. And at first glance, I don't know what this is, but I will tell you in just a few moments what this area used to hold, what used to be back here. Looks like a hubcap laying in there. Walk around the perimeter first. You can see the different elements here. Some stone. I thought that was cinder block, but it may not be. Although it does kind of resemble it. Some concrete work on the outside here. Walls are fairly thick, probably about 2 feet thick. This looks like an entryway going down, almost like going into a basement. See some hardware on the outside here. Something may have been mounted like a door or hinges. Could have been something like a wooden Bilco door for a cellar. Could have been something different. But we're walking down steps now into the building. And here's an old hubcap. If anyone can identify what vehicle that would come from, you get bonus points in the comment section. So there's looking where we walked up to. Appears to be a type of window. And it would have been like another window there possibly. Now I don't know if this is the true bottom. It's really built up with material. But for the most part, I'm standing on the ground. Now what I'm wondering is, was there a first floor above us? There's definitely a good chance there could have been, because as you can see, this is taller than me. I mean, I'm 5'11". There's definitely enough room for a floor overhead. So was this just a subterranean building, or did this have a first floor and a basement? Don't know that yet, but just kind of putting it out there as to what possibly could be going on with the layout of it. See where it's eroded away here. Stone mixed in with the material. Highway is right up there, not far at all. Get hear the traffic. Looks like it did open up to the left here, so comes up and then over this way. This area looks more primitive, more original, based on the stonework. I don't see any concrete, anything else other than stone. And looking in the background, there is more stonework, losing my footing here, for a type of retention wall right there. That could have been a property boundary. Oh, actually, no, I think there actually was something up above it. We'll have to check that out really quick before we move on. Yep, there's more steps here. This kept going up there. There's more here than I realized. So here we are looking at it from the farthest angle, farthest corner. I'll get up here a little bit more, give you a better view. Not a huge structure, but hasn't been here for many, many decades. And I had no idea it was here until last year when I was riding my bike up to that newly exposed road from the construction and noticed the steps and concrete work. So this has been hiding out here for a long time. Obviously, I'm not the first person to be here with the hubcap, which may have came off the highway years ago. Someone could have just threw it down here though. There's also a tarping down there, so someone may have been having a shelter here as well. Here's remnants of a speaker. Like a little 4-inch speaker, door speaker. So I got that and a hubcap. Let's take a quick walk up here. There's some concrete here. Nice stone wall, more concrete steps. It's gonna pay attention for snakes as well. And we have yet another item right here, just below the base of the highway. See a wall right there, stonework around it. And it's right at the border of this fencing for the highway. The fencing actually goes pretty much right over it. There's the new bridge ramp, take you to Mount Cobb area. This is right down here, below that. Doesn't look like a full structure, but it looks like something that was kind of facing this way. Obviously there's steps behind our original finding right there. Back down the road now, there's the steps that we just came up and back down. And I just want to take you right down here because there is something else. I don't know if it's directly related to that location, but it's close proximity and it's inset a little bit from here. As you can see, the old road right here in front of it, it's right there. I'm gonna walk back here. It's a little mushy, but doable. So this area here is less significant as far as what's left, but there's clear evidence that something is left. Looks like whatever it was. Oh, what's this? There's a chunk of steel embedded in the ground. Whatever this was built into the embankment here. So it looks like stone foundation came out over here. There's more stonework there. And the other area that we just came from is just up on top of the hill there, maybe 50, 60 feet away at the most. Now I'm sure many of you are saying you should bring a metal detector, see what you can find. I don't disagree, it's a good idea, but that just doesn't interest me. I do have a small underwater metal detector, which I have done some videos on, but I just never wanted to get into full-fledged metal detecting just because it's going to take too much time to be at these locations to not only film them, to research them, document them, but also to hunt them with the detector. So those of you out there that enjoy doing that, I'm sure you would see this as a prime site. That's just something that doesn't interest me. I don't ever plan on incorporating that on my channel, except for some underwater metal detecting from time to time, but just wanted to point that out there because I do get that in the comments every so often. So here's something else of metal. It's not a train track that I could tell. It's got some holes in it. And there's rebar coming out. You can even see some rebar there screening on the exposed concrete. It says may have had a concrete floor right here, such as that, coming out, which would explain all the rebar pipes coming out. And then another little section here. Looks like there may have been some rocks there that were removed. There's a hole there now. And there's also an old tire buried. And some larger, there's actually a bunch of tires here. They're all buried in debris material. Some larger blocks there. So something looks like it was maybe situated here. Possibly, if not, it's just retention and they were storing stuff here. This, I believe, was some type of structure or garage maybe. But it's relatively flat ground, pretty much level with the road, which is right out here. And close proximity to our last location. As I mentioned earlier, I have filmed out here before on numerous occasions for different types of content. But there's one specific thing that does come to mind that I think these are related to, and it's actually starting to rain. There is an old town back here. I can't remember offhand if it was 17 or 1800s, called Greenville. I actually made definitely 2, if not 3 videos on it. And before this bridge project started, there were numerous buildings out here. There was a brick factory, there was a gas and water powerhouse, there was remnants of little homes, there was wells, stone-lined wells, a lot of ruins back here which are now gone due to this project. But it was known as Greenville, the town, and it had a train station known as Naog Station, very similar to Naog Park. The Erie line used to come through here. There used to be a yard just below the 380 bridges, which is no longer there obviously, but there is still the active DL line that runs through. And eventually, once this project is done, it's going to be converted into a rail trail, I believe, going near to Naples, over the bridge, and I believe going towards Mount Cobb. So I think what we found here are remnants of the old town of Greenville. Whether it was a personal residence or it was a type of business, truly can't say one way or the other. There's not enough evidence or ruins left behind to determine that. And although there are some old maps out there, the ones I've seen don't necessarily pinpoint these smaller structures. I found the gas and water powerhouse and the brick factory with those maps, but these little ones like this, it's gonna be kind of hard to find out what they were unless there was someone local from back in the day. Although that bridge project did erase a lot of the old buildings and ruins back here, they did expose this one, so I'm fortunate for that they did clear out this road. I was able to be curious up here last year on my bike, looked over, saw the steps, saw the walls, and knew I needed to come back and share it with all of you. So I'm glad that they spared this, because that fence line comes right over that one wall. They could have easily gotten rid of it, but it is still here. And even if we don't learn anything about it, at least we documented it, we know where it's at, we know what it's in relation to, what it's possibly connected to, and if it ever disappears in the future, we have this video to look back upon. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.